Hello everyone and welcome back to the Newcastle United save. You find us here carrying straight on from the last episode, and this is first up a cup game against Chelsea. You'll see here I've made a couple of changes to the team. Feel free to pause and take a look if you want to see which team we're running, but we're playing quite a second team here up against Chelsea, which could be brave, as obviously they have an extremely good squad. I'm hoping that hoping they would run a second team as well as a cup game, but it looks like they're playing their full first 11. This may be a tough game, but hopefully even the second team can squeeze it out. So yeah, first off we're playing Chelsea here. If you haven't seen our schedule for Christmas, feel free to flick back to the next episode. It's absolutely vile. Start with Chelsea here. Next game we have, I'm not sure whether it's home or away, but we have a game against Manchester City in the league. And then following that, we have another game against Chelsea. So we'll be doing a triple episode today of all those three big sides playing against us. Hopefully we can get a couple of results out of this. As I say that, Chelsea create their first chance in the first minute as Saul goes through. Good chance. I find Saul's a really good player in FM. He seems to perform consistently against me. So hopefully we can shut him out. And we know how strong set pieces can be. And with Lukaku up front, Chelsea are always going to be dangerous. Continue on here. It doesn't look like we're performing particularly well. Understandable, seeing as we're running a second team, but not even having a shot yet is pretty worrying. Second highlight here. We have had a shot now at least, but this highlight looks to be Chelsea's. As James picks it up in the right wing-back position. Plays it back to Rudiger, who's really delaying on the ball. Plays it back and forth with Kante. Now to Christensen, and they're just holding the ball at the back. Which I find to be quite a big issue with the beta match engine, is that Almiron wins the ball. I'll pick that back up in a minute. Almiron wins the ball, flicks it in. Wilson wins it, and Fraser taps it in. Now, it doesn't appear to be any kind of offside check going here, so I assume Fraser was behind the ball. And that puts us one in front from seeming nowhere. But yeah, brilliant win from Almiron here. That's one of the benefits of him with his high work rate, is he will press. Almiron crosses the ball across. Wilson wins the header. It doesn't look like that's going in, so Fraser just taps it in at the far post and puts us 1-0 up. As I was saying previously, one of the issues of this year's match engine is that the defence of the AI just seem to pass it around the defence and the goalie continually and just hold ridiculous amounts of possession, which is frustrating, but not as frustrating as us immediately conceding our lead. Havertz picks the ball up, gives the ball to Saul, who one touches it to Mount. Murphy misses the challenge. Chilwell plays the ball back to Mount, who slides it under the goalie, but somehow still up into the roof of the net. Can't really blame Murphy too much there, as he is a right winger being trained to play right back, due to my own mistake in signing Odriozola, who doesn't arrive until the summer. But hopefully it doesn't cost us too much and we can regain the lead as Dubravka holds the ball here. It's a long kick out straight to the Chelsea defence, who are going to just pass the ball around us again. Rudiger seems to be dribbling forward a little bit more. Potentially he's being played in the new role of wide centre-back, so he's given a bit more licence. Well won by us. Almiron plays to Wilson. He flicks it through his Fraser, and Fraser gets his second of the game as he tucks it into the goal, under the goalie and into the bottom corner. And despite a rather meagre 34% possession, probably caused by that issue I was talking about earlier, 34% possession, we have regained the lead with a brilliant move, lovely play from the boys. A lot of these players are making a good case to start for us more consistently, to be honest. I haven't been rotating too much because I thought the Newcastle squad that was available to me at the beginning wasn't good enough. But Fraser, Wilson and Almiron here are playing really well and might have to pick up a few more minutes as fixtures get tough, so it's good to see that they can perform. Murphy here then picking the ball up and given a lot of space to run. Plays the ball out to Fraser, who's going to hit that byline and fizz it across, and Wilson strikes at goal, but well blocked by the defender. I think it was Rudiger. Corner here then, Neres plays the ball in and easily cleared. I was hoping as the highlight continued that it might have been another Another chance for us, and we know how dangerous our corners can be. Half time then, 2-1. I'm going to be honest, that's far better than I thought we'd be doing with the team we put out. But yeah, no complaints from me. I'm telling them I'm pleased. Normally I wouldn't let them get complacent, but as this isn't really a full squad, I want to try and keep their morale up. Which almost cost me instantly. As Mount played the ball across, and I think it was James wins the header at the far post. Corner for us here. Then Fraser whips it in, and Niakate can't put it on goal. The goal machine that he is from the back can't quite get it in. We're actually playing brilliantly here. We've got almost 2.5 xG to Chelsea's 0.7. And their XG per shot is really poor, whereas we seem to be creating good quality chances. The Chelsea system doesn't appear to be working very well. I'm not sure they're doing particularly great in the league either. I'm going to make a change here and put Lascelles in for Niakate as he's knackered, but I need him to be fit to play in the City game next, so I'm going to swap him out. Hopefully it doesn't cost me straight away. As Chilwell goes to Mount. Ooh, lovely bit of play between Mount and Saul, and Mount gets in. And a good block from our defender, which chips the ball up perfectly for Dubravka to gather. But still, another sign of them threatening, and it seems to be coming almost purely through Mason Mount at the minute. I'm going to take Rice out here again because I need him to be fit for the next game. I think I'm also going to take Neres out and put on Joel Linton. Actually, I might keep Rice on because I need his defensive ability, and he hasn't got a yellow card yet. I'll keep him in there. Yeah, so I'm going to put Joel Linton on the left, and as I do, they get a chance, which they chip over the bar. I'm going to put Joel Linton on. He hasn't really played any minutes for me. Can't really sell him, sitting there on 80 grand a week. He's a bit of a nightmare, but I want Neres to be fit as well to play a part in some of the fixtures coming up, as he's been really, really strong for me. Game ticking away here, only a couple of minutes, and this looks like it is. As I say, it looks like we're going to win this game, which brilliant effort from the team we put out. Look, I get only a couple of players on good ratings, but that is a real top performance from them. They haven't played a huge amount of minutes, any of them really, but they've come in, done the job I needed for them in the cup, and that's progressed us on to the next round. I think we're on to the semis now, which, yeah, we are. No complaints. As you would have seen there, City and Chelsea within 3 days. Absolutely horrendous fixtures. But we're going to have to see what we can do. Flick through this press conference. And then we'll proceed, and I'll come back in time for the Manchester City game. So I'll catch you in a second. Alright, folks, and we are back. We're ready to play the Manchester City game. As you can see, I've made a couple of changes to the team. Feel free to pause and take a look, similar to last time. Hopefully we can get a good result here. We are at home, and we've been particularly strong at home this season, so hopefully we can keep that up. If you have enjoyed what you've seen so far, and hopefully you enjoy what follows, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel, and also hit the notification bell to be alerted when I upload new videos. Into the game. I can tell the lads they're being buffed up by the media, and I'm going to try and get that defence's morale up as everyone else seemed to be happy already, and send my assistant to do the press conference. Into the game. Manchester City, as you can see, playing a really, really strong team, as they always have, with a lot of money in the bank. Saying that, obviously I had a lot of money in the bank as well, but City have money in the bank and a particularly strong starting squad. It's worth noting that, oh God, not great. An injury for Alan Saint-Maximin. As I said last episode, he's been absolutely superb for me on that right-hand side, so hopefully that injury isn't too bad. As I was saying before, it's worth noting that the left back they're playing, Mendy, is not actually Benjamin Mendy, the left back who starts on their squad, who, for those who are unaware, at least at time of recording, is currently actually in prison. Yeah, that is actually Furland Mendy, so they've spent a sizable chunk to prize him away from Real Madrid. as they whip the ball in. Headed just over the bar. Lucky escape there, but not a great start for us with the key player injured and chances for them. But can we change that? No. Lascelles heads just over the bar. I haven't been particularly impressed with Jamal Lascelles. I'm not sure what I was expecting, as I knew his stats as a regular centre-back are kind of average. As a ball player, they're absolutely terrible. And he has been playing pretty poorly. And as I say that, Fernandinho ghosts into the back post past Jamal Lascelles, typical. And Kevin De Bruyne's corner finds him plumb on the head, and that's 1-0 to them. Corners being as strong as they are, there's not a lot I could do, but I would expect Lascelles to do a little bit better. He was goal side, looked like he should have got there, but he just didn't. So Lascelles bringing the ball out here, trying to right his wrong, I imagine. As the ball comes to Shelvey, who instantly gives the ball away to Gabriel Jesus, and luckily Emil Kraft, who's been very strong for us this year, picks the ball up, and we're back on the front foot. As Neres picks the ball up here on the left, and we know he's going to try and hit that byline, which he can't do, but he cuts it back to Grimaldo. Grimaldo does this wonderful shimmy. He looked almost like a Cruyff turn and hits a shot, but unfortunately for us, keeper collects well. Quite a few poor average ratings here in our team, particularly from Lascelles, but also Shelvey, Olmo and Wilson not playing well at all. Hopefully that picks up as the half goes on. Corner here, right at the death of the first half. Ball comes in and Niakate once again underneath it, but can't find his mark. Half time here, we haven't been terrible. We've restricted them to 1 on target. We've had 2, but we haven't really created anything meaningful. So I'm going to tell them I'm disappointed with their possession. There's not a lot you can do in this match engine though to keep possession, but hopefully if I do that, they'll be a little bit less sloppy. As we proceed into second half, Jamal Lascelles is having an awful game with the 5.9. I might have to look to take him out in a minute. De Bruyne whips the corner in, and that's Laporte at the front post. Wasn't Lascelles this time, but another corner beats us, and I'm going to have to make some changes. Jamal Lascelles is going to have to come out. Kunde wasn't in ideal condition, but I don't want him fit for the next game, but he's going to have to come in because Lascelles is having such a bad game. I'm going to move Edwards here up. I'm going to put Olmo deeper and bring on Declan Rice. And now we should have basically all of our big hitting players on the pitch. Less than ideal playing Jacob Murphy right winger, but let's see how he does. I think Fraser picked up an injury recently in training, so I'm not able to put him on the bench, so I've had to put Murphy. As I say, that Murphy picks the ball up here and runs at Mendy, who's on a yellow card. But he does well to tackle the ball away. 60 minutes in, not sure what that was, but yeah, we've got 30 minutes to try and turn this game around. I can't use a shout currently, but this could start it. If corner comes in, won by Kounde, and he does what Niakate couldn't in the first couple of headers, and smashes it into the net. And that's us back in the game out of nowhere. Lovely corner from Edwards, just whips near post, and Kounde does well to run ahead of his man. The other goal scorer at the other end, Fernandinho. I'm going to give another shout here. Well, actually, I'll wait for this highlight to run down. It's Grealish running through, whips the ball in, well headed away by Niakate. But Man City picked the ball back up again. We're quite deep. I do play with a standard line, but it's worth noting that just over the bar. But yeah, it's worth noting that though I play with standard line, I am on the attacking mentality, so that line is already pushed up pretty high, which is why I have it on standard. But a little bit deep there and gave them a chance, and then we had a chance of our own as Niakate heads in, and this is less than ideal. Neres has also picked up an injury. We're picking up quite a few over this schedule, and Neres is playing well, and I haven't got any subs left, so he's going to have to stay in and try and squeeze out the rest of this game. Let's demand more, see what we can do. Neres whips the ball in, and Niakate gets underneath it, heads it into the top corner. He's had a few chances, and this one finally goes in. And that's 2 corners for us that have now gone in, and we are back in this game. City have well and truly let us back in from 2-0 up. I was fearful we were going to get smashed when they went 2-0 up so quickly, but thankfully we've come back into the game, and you can't say we didn't deserve it with 14 shots, 7 on target to their 7-2 on target. And taking Lascelles out appears to have changed the game, so I'm not sure I want to play him too much anymore, as he's been really poor. But I tell him I'm really proud of the work they did to get back into this game. Absolutely brilliant from them. Oh, right, football's made for moments like this. Right, I'm Neres, thankfully, only 1 to 3 days. St Maximin is a lot worse with 3 to 4 weeks. Right, I'll quickly skip through this press conference, but for the sake of the video, I'm actually going to cut away here and come back in 2 days' time for the Chelsea game. I'll see you in a moment. And we are back for the final episode. Yet another home game, this time to Chelsea. As you can see, the squad is not looking good. Injuries to Neres and Almiron in the last game. Fitness issues for Emil Kraft. Squad's really, really struggling, so I'm not really sure who to put in here. I think I'm going to play Murphy again, who did a half-decent job, although actually he's got poor fitness as well. I might have to play Fabian Schär, even though he's less than ideal, but so many of our players need a rest because they're just being played every single one of these games, but I think they're going to have to try and tough it out. Flip these two around, so Rice is deeper, he needs a rest too, really heavy match load, but going to have to give him a game. Ryan Fraser here is back, so we can play him. We're going to play Edwards out on the left, who isn't in ideal shape, but can probably do a job for us. And we've got a couple of players on the bench who can come in if needed, but with Neres' injury, we don't really have a choice but to play him. So once again, not a full strength team to play Chelsea, but probably a little stronger, to be fair, than the team that we beat them with at the start of the episode. So let's see what we can do here as I click through a few of these. And on to the game. Chelsea with the kickoff then. Playing it around the back. Looks like they're playing a pretty similar team to what they did last time. I noticed that Alonso's playing the wing-back role rather than Chilwell, who actually caused us a lot of danger, as Almiron goes through here early. And a good save by Mendy. Ten minutes into the game now, and not a huge amount happening. Us with that one chance for Almiron, and not a lot for Chelsea. I note that they are playing Havertz and Mount the opposite way around this game, ahead of Anthony Martial, who I didn't pick up that they'd purchased, but no Lukaku means slightly lower aerial threat, which works for me. But them playing Havertz and Mount the other way around, which is I'm kind of happy about, as Mount was a real threat from that left attacking midfield position last time. But hopefully I don't speak them into the book, as Havertz and Jorginho play it round, and well defended there by us, but just kicks straight out to Rudiger. Picks it up. Jorginho plays to Martial, who strikes. And thankfully it doesn't go in after I just said that I'm happy he's playing over Lukaku. So Rudiger playing that wide centre-back role, as I suspected last time, seems to be pushing up and picking up a lot of the ball, and he's getting a good average rating for it. Might be something I look to in future, but for now the 4-2-3-1 is performing really strongly, so I think I'll stick with it. Half time then, and I'm not massively disappointed, to be honest, but I'm also not happy. I'm going to tell them to keep going and try and get the morale up, as they all seem to be happy. Overall, I think I would take a draw with the team that we've put out, just to keep us ticking along in points in the league. Ideally, obviously, we'd want to win, but yeah, a draw would probably do. Although Chelsea's fitness conditions don't appear to be great either. We actually look like we might be in better shape than them. I'm going to put Lewis on attack here. He's got a good average rating on support, so he might be getting some joy down that side. So I'm going to swap him out. I'm going to put Olmo in the middle, and Almiron, who's got quite a lot of pace, can play on that left wing position. Just stick him in. Edwards, as I said at the start, was not in great condition, so hopefully Almiron with his pace and Lewis on attack can both run at Chelsea's right wing back, who was Pulisic, but it looks like they've now brought on Hudson-Odoi as a complete wing back, which a complete wing back vacates his position quite a lot, so there should be space for us to attack. Now, as I say that, we've had more shots than them. We haven't created anything. It's still 0-0, so hopefully this highlight can change that. Fraser whips the ball in, cleared away. Rice picks it up and hits an absolute strike. Rebounds off the post, then off the goalie, and dribbles across the goal line. And Olmo managed to steal in ahead of the Chelsea defence and tap it in. And 85 minutes down, and we've taken the lead. If you'd told me at the start of this that I would have progressed against Chelsea in the Cup, picked up a point from Man City, and then beaten Chelsea, I would have bitten your hand off. Although, I better not speak too soon, as Saul with the ball here plays to Azpilicueta. Christensen is high in our half. He gives the ball to James, who plays it on to the wing-back, Hudson-Odoi. Flicks it across, and Martial had another chance, which was well blocked by our defence. Hopefully we can squeeze out the last few minutes here, which we look like we have done. And yeah, as I said, 4 points and a cup progression against two of the top strongest teams in the league. We can't complain about that, and considering the fitness issues we're having currently, I am absolutely delighted with that. Another thing I've been meaning to do, if I click through these, do these press conferences, I'm meaning to show you the stats. I'll do this first, but I'm meaning to show you the stats from the league and player stats, just so you can get a feel of how the other teams are performing around us. If I quickly click through these, there we go. Right, I'll move on to the stats now and just give you a show. So, where are we here? So, most goals in the league, we are just in second with 2 less than Manchester United. Most points is obviously us, top of the league. Shots for, we're in third. Shots against in 7th. We are conceding shots, but I find that we don't concede many. 21 corner goals. United with 16. But I find we concede a lot of shots, but not high XG shots. A bit like Burnley in real life. We've won the most tackles, 3rd for dribbles made, which shows that our style of high press and then running at the opposition is working. On the players now. Now Ronaldo is on 26 goals in 20 games. Probably helped by the fact that United have scored those 16 corner goals, which is unbelievable. Next nearest scorer is Jamie Vardy on 12. It just shows how far ahead of everyone Ronaldo is, and he is unbelievable in this game. Gabagol for us is in 3rd with 10 goals. As you can see, he's scoring a goal every 104 minutes, which is about what we expected, almost a goal in appearance. Niakate is actually on there as well with the number of corners that he wins, and unsurprising with the number of corners we've scored, Neres and Edwards, 2 of our takers, are both up there in the assists. David Neres actually the highest assist maker in the entire league. Few's conceded, Dubravka's up there again with 13. Obviously he's not going to be beating McCarthy, as McCarthy's only made 9 appearances. Key passes, Neres with 90, again helped by those corners. And most tackles won was also Emil Kraft. Right, I'm going to call this extended episode here, and hopefully I catch you on the next one.